Life with Ruzhoffs, my lovelies, inspiring you to live an empowered life. Today, we're going to be talking about the benefits of moving abroad or the benefits of migration in general. Very important to keep in mind migration doesn't necessarily always mean moving to the first world, because that's what most people have in mind when you talk about migrating or moving abroad. But migration is simply moving from one place to another. It could be a county, it could even be just a district. But now we're going to look at it in an international way. You're either moving from the first world to the third world, or from the third world to the first world. So let's say you're looking from actually from both sides. I was going to say if you're coming from third to first, but of course, mainly if someone is coming from a third world to a first world, there's a lot to benefit, considering that the economic atmosphere in the first world is far, far much better than the one in, for example, in my country, Uganda. But then there are benefits for both sides. If I decide, for example, I'm a German and I'm like, I would like to go work in Uganda, there are very many expatriates that are flourishing, for example, in third world countries, and not just working as expatriates, but even just doing businesses. So definitely migrating, moving abroad, moving to another country can offer you huge economic opportunities that probably you didn't have had in your country of origin. There's some people that are not able to flourish and succeed, for example, here in Germany, and they're Germans, but then they get to succeed in other countries. They move to Romania, they move to Italy, they move to Spain, and they succeed there. That is all migration. So they can be very great economic opportunities. And if you're someone that is coming from a third world, like I said, the job opportunities, the employment opportunities are much better. You have better pay, you have better working conditions. And for example, when you consider like the third countries or my country where I come from, we have a very huge percentage of educated community and youths who unfortunately don't have employment. So if you get an opportunity to migrate to a first world country, your chances and the opportunities are kind of limitless. So definitely that is a plus and a reason to consider migrating. Before we go vital into the video, I just spoke Germany. Before we go on with the video, for anyone that is interested in relocation, in moving abroad, especially to Germany and Europe, we have an entire playlist called the Relocation playlist. Before you even hit my DM, I would advise you to always watch those videos. There's lots of free, detailed information. And of course, if you do still need guidance, if you still need assistance, you can always DM me anywhere on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and very soon you can also email me on our official website email, and I can offer you a consultation service. Those are services that I do offer for people that want to move abroad, or for people that have just moved abroad, intend to move abroad, already living abroad, and would like to integrate, would like to make it, would like to make their life even better. Then I can assist you on how to navigate life and the bureaucracies of life abroad. And if you're new here, of course, don't forget to join our family by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. So let's go on. Another benefit of migrating, moving to another country, moving to another city, moving abroad is you definitely get to acquire more skills. It could be through culture interactions with the people that you get to interact with. It could be that you get an opportunity, for example, to higher education. For example, for people who come to Germany, the endless opportunities for furthering your studies, for getting more certificates, for getting a diploma, for getting to learn other skills at a very, very low fee or even no fee at all. Sometimes we have lots of house building, and where you really have an opportunity to even change your career to something that really suits you better or something that you like more. So definitely there are huge opportunities. And if I'm, for example, someone moving to Africa, we have lots of, for example, students doing that. You also get to learn from this culture exchange. If I go do a volunteer in Uganda, the kind of knowledge and the skills that I acquire can never be compared to any student who's been here in Germany all their 3 years, all their 5 years, and they've never had this culture exchange. So definitely, it's very, very beneficial in terms of skills, in terms of knowledge, in terms of further education, and even just the experience. It opens up your mind. You lose the tunnel blick, so you see the world in a wider way, which makes even your future and your life much, much better. We're talking about when you get these skills, when you get this knowledge, when you get this experience, it's very important to keep in mind that you can either put all this knowledge to use in your country of origin, because migration doesn't have to be permanent. I can move to Germany for studies, and after my studies, I go back home, Kenya, Tanzania, wherever I'm coming from, and put this acquired knowledge, put these acquired skills to use in my home country, to develop my country, to serve my people, don't always have in mind, because that's what most people have in mind. When you talk about immigration, when you talk about migration, when you talk about relocation abroad, they're like, oh, now you're leaving your country for good, we're losing our people. No, migration doesn't have to be permanent. It can be for 1 year, it can be for 3 years, it can also be permanent. The choice is yours. But it's beautiful to know that you can still go back home to your country if you wish to, and put this acquired knowledge, these acquired skills to use. For example, let's look at the au pair visa or the au pair year in Europe. When you come for an au pair job, you're here for 1 year. The knowledge you acquire is really immense for your entire future. You could always put it to use back in your home country, and that is one of the requirements when you're applying for the au pair visa. Like the language, for example, you get to learn the language, the German language. That is a huge opportunity, especially considering that now the world is a global village. So you could always put this acquired knowledge of the German language to very good use. That is actually the simplest example I can give you from the benefits of such a thing as migrating or moving abroad. And of course, you talk about relationships. Moving abroad will give you an opportunity to maybe meet people that you would have never met, be it as friends, be it as love partners. I mean, if you are stuck somewhere in Kenya and you've never moved abroad, you've never connected with anyone, it might be difficult even maybe fall in love with someone from Italy or fall in love with someone from, I don't know, Poland. But through such culture exchanges like migration, you get to meet amazing people. It could be friends, it could be networks. And we always say your network is your net worth. The people you know and the people you meet in life are very, very important to even your growth and your career at some point. So definitely migration offers you a very, very huge opportunity as regards that. Again, depending on which side of the coin you're looking at it, either you're migrating from the first world to the third world, or you're migrating from the third world to the first world, there are, of course, different things that you have to keep in mind. You have to keep in mind, why am I migrating in the first place, And that's why I offer these integration services. Because if someone is migrating, for example, from a third country to first world, for better economic opportunities, for a job, for education, you need to be equipped with information to be able to navigate the life here, to be able to achieve that what you want to achieve in the shortest time possible and the best way possible. We have people who have migrated, they've been living here for 20 years, and they've not even been able to find a professional job. So that is where integration comes in. It is very, very key to have someone hold your hand and help you navigate the system, help you navigate life and get to your goal. So those are things that you also have to keep in mind. And that's why I would advise someone who is intending to migrate, to relocate, to already consider getting an integration consultation service, so that by the time actually you get to fly into Germany, you already have me holding your hand and guiding you on what you should do, your first step, your second step, your third step, to make sure that you reach your intended goal. In case of any further questions, my comment section is always open, and of course my DM on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, and Snaps under the same name, Ruzhoff. You can DM me or email me at info@ruzhoff.com, but that is not yet up officially. We'll be launching it very soon, and you can always DM me directly and book a service. My lovelies, I really hope I tackled everything, but we're going to be doing more and more of this series. This was just a beginner. I think our next video, I'll try. It's going to be about how to apply for an opportunity card. I hope so, because I have my list of how I like to go about it. But I think it's going to be our next video. But of course, until then, you can always DM me and ask your questions. My lovelies, I'm here to inspire, uplift, and empower you. Until next time.